So right here I have all of the necessary components in order to create our whole entire circuit. What I'm first going to do is so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my 220 ohm resistor and I'm going to go ahead and place it on the positive side over here into the bit to 30, and I'm going to go ahead and place my LED negative all the way across right here. Notice that the longer side is negative while the shorter side is positive. I'm going to go ahead and place my transistor bit onto the 30 mark, like so. Just a bit over that way, actually. Or it goes right here. Just like that. Next thing I'm going to do is place my next transistor that's going to be going onto the 20 side over here. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and place my jumper wire that connects all the way from this emitter all the way into the inductor of this second transistor. Next, I'm going to take another jumper wire from the emitter, or the collector, sorry, all the way to this positive side over here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take my next jumper wire that's from the base, bit up from the LED up here, and place it right across to the actual button that's right here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my resistor and I'm going to go ahead and place it over here, right to where this positive side is, like so, and I'm going to place it over here to where all of these other jumper wires are. Like so. And then I'm going to place my next button that is right across here. And then place another jumper wire that's from the base of the transistor all the way over to the actual button itself, like so. And then lastly, place the last resistor over from this positive side over to the in alignment with the buzzer, the button, I should say. So right now we have our circuit. We have to, of course, plug in our 9-volt battery and connect the wires appropriately to the circuit so that it can actually flow through, placing the 5-volt with this jumper wire and the ground to the negative side. And then with these two wires, I'm going to be placing the positive with the positive on the opposite side of the keyboards respectively, and same with the negative. So that way. Sorry, I had to adjust some things. I had to adjust this resistor with connection to the actual button, and I had to adjust the this 220 ohm resistor because it was in alignment with this jumper wire, which is why earlier when I did a test run, it did not work. So here we have our final finished circuit. Let me go ahead and explain the process of it. So the 5-volt battery from here goes into the actual circuit. And of course, this being an AND logic, if I were to go ahead and click this first button right here, the signal would get put onto this transistor, and from this transistor, it would try and go all the way to the LED, but it cannot because of this jumper wire being in connection with being in series with this other transistor, because it's flowing directly from the collector of this first transistor all the way to the emitter from this secondary transistor. So even if I were to click this button, it wouldn't go. Moreover, if I were to click this secondary button, notice how no light will go through the LED, because again, they're both sharing that same transistor, because they are in series in this whole entire circuit. However, if I were to go ahead and click both these buttons at the same time, the LED would turn on. This is because as the current flows through this whole entire circuit, because both the input A being this first button and the input B of the secondary button are opening and allowing that current to flow, it creates a finished circuit to where the current can pass through the LED and create that nice bright light. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and click that like button if you choose so. I would also like to give shout out to a person that actually made this circuit. I'm going to go ahead and put their video down below because this is where the inspiration came from. And I'll see you guys in the next one.